Hello and welcome back to Supposedly Fun. My name is Greg.
I'm Joel.
It's my emotional support husband. I was kind of not looking forward to filming a video this week for obvious reasons, but Joel agreed to sit with me for emotional support, and we could at least get a Friday Reads done, so thank you.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and the first thing we wanted to say is thank you to everyone, because again, I left a post yesterday, but I wanted to make sure I put it in a video, just thanking everybody for the really nice things. We lost Guinness on Sunday, and everybody has been very supportive and left really lovely comments about it. It's been a difficult week. I have read every comment that people have left at this point. I have not responded to the majority of them, so please don't think I'm ignoring you. It's just, we really appreciate all of the love and support that has been offered this past week.
It has been really emotional for both of us, and I had a lot of people hit my post, and a lot of BookTube people, which I did not know, and so I'd ask Greg, do you know this one? And so I appreciate everybody reaching out, whether you knew us or not. You all know Guinness, and so your love for him was just wonderful. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's nice to know that so many people were touched by him as well. And it's been also nice that so many people have been really thinking about Jamie, because she has had a hard week as well.
She has.
It's been a tough week, although she might be bouncing back because she hasn't been barking out the window, and she did it right before we sat down to film. So maybe she's bouncing back a little bit, but it has been a rough week for her. So we also appreciate everybody really thinking about her as well. And I think we can, before we get emotional, yes, we can move on from that. So thank you.
Thank you.
One thing I wanted to quickly mention is that last week I had talked about the movie trailers for Persuasion and My Policeman, and somebody commented to say that I had forgotten the one for Matilda. I'll put a link to the trailer down below. You saw the trailer for Matilda, right?
I did. It looks good. I've not read the book or seen anything about it, so I'm excited. So
I'm a huge fan of the book, but because I'm a huge fan of the book, I've not seen the movie from the 90s. I didn't see the musical when it was adapted on, and this is an adaptation of the musical. So I think I'll see it. I am skeptical. I'm very protective of my Matilda. So we'll see, but it looks like it could be fun, and Emma Thompson is always a good time. So I'll put a link to that down below. The other thing I wanted to mention quickly is this shirt was a gift from you. Read books, drink coffee, fight evil, and it felt like a particularly good message for today. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about politics or news, but a lot of difficult things in the news this week as well, and this feels like a good message for that. Do you want to tell the people where you got it?
Yeah, it's a shout out to Flint Hills Books. Mm-hmm. They're from Council Grove, Kansas. Mm-hmm. And I'm from Kansas. And the only thing I know about Council Grove is there's a Dairy Queen in there. Mm-hmm. It's halfway between my house and my grandmother's house. And we'd always stop for Dairy Queen.
Did you? That's really cute.
And the woman who runs it has posted a few things that kind of has caught my eye on books. And she actually posted on 9/11, the day the world came to town. And it was probably in my top 5 of the best reads I had last year. Yeah. And we are going to go see the play Come From Away, which is based on that.
Yeah, in Spokane.
Yeah, so she's a really wonderful woman. She does a lot of great stuff. She sent me a couple of books on football for my dad. And so they're a great little community bookstore, independent. Yeah. So
she's a lovely lady.
She actually reached out about Guinness too, and was very concerned. So look up Flint Hills Books. And if you need something from an independent bookstore, reach out to them. They're pretty awesome.
Yeah, they are. I'll put a link to their Instagram or their website, maybe their website down below. Website probably makes more sense.
Yeah. So when I saw that shirt, had to get it for Greg.
Yeah, and what's funny is, so I saw it posted on their Instagram too. It was like, look at this shirt. I kind of want to order it from them. And you were like, maybe hold off. And I asked you like 3 times afterward. He was trying to surprise me for my birthday. I ruined it.
He always spoils my surprises.
Not always. Sometimes.
Yeah, always.
Sometimes. But it was really cute. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you have a bookstore T-shirt too.
From Boulder on our
bookstore.
little tour down to the bookstores.
I liked that
of
store.
Colorado. It was really a great bookstore.
It was.
I liked it.
The funny thing is, we both got T-shirts from there, but because the shirt was folded, for some reason the B is missing on his, so it just says older bookstore.
So I'm older. It's okay.
But it was just a funny little thing. I think that's everything not Friday Reads related, and we could just do a short video. As you can expect, I really did not get a lot of reading done at all this week. For obvious reasons. I finally, like I mentioned last week that I was probably going to start Kiss Her Once for Me. I did not. I managed to read, I think, half of the first chapter on Saturday morning, and then everything went to hell. So I haven't picked it back up. And I finally, yesterday, felt like I needed the kind of distraction that an audiobook could offer, so I picked up The House in the Cerulean Sea again, and I actually finished it. I was further along in it than I thought I was in my last Friday Reads video. There she is. She's feeling better. All right, she wouldn't stop barking, so here she is. Jamie, how you doing?
How you doing, girl?
You angry at the world again?
How you doing?
Yeah. So again, thank you for everybody for thinking of her as well. Anyway, in my last Friday Reads video, I thought I was like 20% into The House in the Cerulean Sea. It turns out I was like halfway through. So when I picked it up yesterday, with a good push, I was able to finish it this morning. And I really liked it. You read it last year, right?
I loved it. It was a great book.
I admit I was a little distracted, again, for obvious reasons, for chunks of it. So I was confused about which character was which a lot of the time, but I was able to follow the plot pretty well. And it was probably the perfect book for right now because it did give me a perfect distraction. It was kind of upbeat. So if you're unfamiliar with the book, I feel like a lot of people have read it, but it's about this guy who is sent to an island. He works for an office that cares for magical children or kind of oversees magical children. So he is sent to this orphanage on an island to oversee, is it 4 or 5?
5.
Very top secret, supposedly dangerous children, and he's supposed to see if the orphanage is doing well by the kids. And of course, there's an unorthodox guy in charge of the children, and Arthur Parnassus. It's a little bit LGBTQ appropriate for Pride Month, very, and it's like a hug a little bit, but it's also about these kids and how they are treated, and the ways in which people make assumptions about them, and the ways in which you should treat children with respect because you don't really know who they're going to grow up to be. And I thought that was a beautiful message and appropriate for Pride Month.
Yeah,
too.
I recommend it. It's a great book.
It is. So I did finish that, and I'm trying to think about I don't know what my next audio is going to be. You read a lot this week.
Well, I tried to finish a few things. One I wanted to finish because it was really depressing, and I kind of skimmed the last 4 chapters.
I have a copy of it. Let me go grab it.
Okay.
I should have thought of that before we started, but...
The book is All the Young Men by Ruth Burks. She started off in 82... looking in on this man who was sick and nobody would look at him. Well, he's dying of AIDS. And so her whole life mission was to take care of men with AIDS or people with AIDS who nobody else would look after. There is a little controversy on the book. I didn't really care because I kind of felt the story itself was going to be a little realistic. It was actually a beautiful story, a wonderful woman, horribly sad, but a really good read. And when things get a little bit better around here, I'm going to recommend it for Greg.
Yeah, I do want to read it.
Really good book. Depressing, but if you can get through that, it ends up on a little bit of a heartwarming finish. So,
yeah. So I do want to get it. So, and just for reference, I think the controversy is people have not been able to verify some of the claims that she makes in the book, and there was a GoFundMe that she said was to put up a memorial for the people that, because basically she became a caretaker for men with AIDS. So she said she was going to put up a memorial, and that has not happened. And she has declined and to respond when people have asked her what happened with the GoFundMe, which was done in 2019, I think.
Yes.
So that's the sort of controversy behind it, but the story itself is beautiful.
Yeah.
So, anything else you read this week that you want to talk about?
I did do.
Nick Offerman.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I did do Nick Offerman.
Yeah, we decided that we were going to give Nick Offerman an honorary Pride Pass for Pride Month reading because he's a bear icon.
Total bear icon.
So continue.
It was a little bit more of an enlightening book. Wasn't as serious, and I just needed something to keep my mind going and my mind busy. And just listening to Nick Offerman in my ears was just perfect.
He's a charming man.
He is so charming. Yeah. It's actually a great book. He's funny.
It is.
And
I love when he talks about him and his wife, Megan Mullally.
We need to do a puzzle with
them.
Nick. And,
oh, God, we do.
Yes.
If you're watching.
Nick, we need to do a puzzle.
Yeah, call Meg.
Anyway, so it's a really good book. It's a little bit political, but his thoughts fall into my thoughts, and it's just charming and wonderful. And just having that voice in my head helped me kind of get through this week.
Yeah, for sure. And I read it earlier this year, also on audio. And it was fun that the first section of the book is about him going to Glacier National Park, which is not far from where we live.
Our backyard.
It's our backyard. Anything else?
That was pretty much most of what I read.
I am going to try to get Joel back for my next Friday reads. I think you're willing. I assume you're willing.
Sure.
Yeah. Because Joel has actually read a lot of really good Pride Month books. And I think in my next Friday reads video, I want to try to wrap up the month in reading. So I think it would be fun to have you back.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool. So we can expect that. I think... I was thinking I was going to go back to reading Kiss Her Once for Me, but actually we just got mail today, and again, this goes to the thank you part of it. We've gotten so many nice messages from people. We've gotten some really nice cards, and Erica from the Broken Spine actually sent us a little care package courtesy of the people at Montana Book Company, and included in that was a book, The Secret Life of Albert Entwhistle by Matt Cain, and this sounds really good. It does. And it is on Scribd.
It is?
Yeah. And
I'm sorry, the audio is on Libro FM.
Libro. So Joel and I are actually going to do an impromptu buddy read. I'm going to read the print version and you're going to do the audio.
Yes.
And so this is going to be my next book. And I think that will be a fun thing to do right now. And you're finishing a different audio first, so maybe I can get a little head start. I feel like you're going to catch up and beat me. But anyway, that's the plan for right now. I think that's probably everything for this Friday Reads. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you
for coming on.
And thank you to all of you. We really appreciate it and are very touched by everything you guys said. So he was our little boy and we will miss him, but he's always going to be here.
Always. So... Thank you, and I'm just going to leave it at that. As always, I really appreciate your time, and until next time, happy reading.
Happy reading.